Life's going to throw some shit at you. It does for everybody. You've got to have resilience. You've got to have coping tools, and you've got to find a way to get through it. And what I'm going to share with you today are 3 tools that are going to help you to do just that, to deal with that resilience. Hi, my name's Edward Terry. I'm a business owner, and I've been a business owner now for 20 years, most recently growing a group of restaurants from my first site in 2007 to 4 sites in 2020. I help business owners now grow from being a solopreneur to an entrepreneur using the skills and lessons that I've learned along the way. But remember, if you stick around to the end, I'm actually going to share with you a 4th tip and a 4th tool that could help you on your journey to find greater resilience. As life goes on, the universe will send you challenges. What might seem like a huge problem today will turn out to be a small ripple in the future. That's just the way life is. Here's a few examples of my life. In my early days of business, doing things like payroll was a major stressor in my life. I'd spend 2 or 3 days at the end of every month trying to get everything right, often because the accountant had made mistakes, there were errors, things were delayed, things had to be changed. And then another issue was the fact that I had to build trust with the employees that these problems would be sorted out because they expected everything to be one and done, like the big corporations do. But in a small business, it's not always that easy. But this then became routine as the business grew bigger. Later on, as the years rolled by, cash flow became a challenge, as it does in many businesses. So the issue of the accuracy of the payslip became a small problem, because the real problem was sometimes, actually, how am I going to manage to pay everybody in the company at the end of the month? We did, and everybody was happy. But that was resilience that I needed to draw on and creativity to find a way through that. It required a deeper well at every single time. Then at the beginning of 2020, before the pandemic, I had a minor stroke, knocked me out of action for 3 days in hospital, touch and go, very worrying time. And slowly I took a month of rehabilitation and then step by step got back into the business. Very stressful time, required again a great deal of resilience and a great deal of refocusing really and going, well, what's important in life? These are all important questions that come out. So as time goes on, life will throw bigger and bigger things at you, and you need to find the resilience in yourself to keep going. And here I am today, sharing my stories with you and sharing the tools that are going to help you to draw on that well of resilience. So without further ado, I'm going to get straight in to the first tool. And the first tool is a good network. Now, they say that your net worth is in your network, and that really is true. When things are going wrong, you need to be able to lean on people who are there for you. Now, that can be your partner, good friends, and it can also be professionals, experts in particular areas, whether that's accountancy, whether that's legal, whether that's marketing, software development, IT support, whoever it is, reach out to your network, because there's probably someone out there who's been through a similar problem that you're facing. They know how to deal with it, they have a solution for it, and then you can move on through. They might just have some advice that's really going to help you. The second tool that I use is meditation. Now, I've been meditating probably on and off for about 35 years. Don't do it every day, which is probably remiss of me, because if I did, I'd be even better and even more resilient. But the main benefit from meditation really is for your health. It's been proven to do things like lower blood pressure, reduce stress, reduce cortisol, and it really helps you. But the real trick for meditation is that it puts you into what's called an alpha state. Now, the alpha state is really like the state you are in just after you wake up in the morning. You're very relaxed, very calm, and very focused. Now, if you can get into that state when you're faced with the big challenges, you will actually be able to deal with them more quickly. You will find a way through, and you will actually be able to work out what to do next. So the meditation really does put your mind in the right state to be able to deal with life's challenges, and you will find over time you'll get more and more resilient to any of the problems that life throws at you and come your way. Now, the third tool I use is journaling. Journaling is a little bit like meditation in one way, but it's really mindfulness. What it does, at the end of the day, I spend 10 or 15 minutes and I do an autopsy, and I literally dump everything from my head down onto the page. It gets the stress out, it gets the emotions out, and it really lets you go through the day step by step and look at the big events that have happened. You don't need to look at everything, just the key things, and say, okay, this was a problem. Why was it a problem? How did I feel? How did I react to it? And what could I do differently next time? Or who do I need to reach out to help me solve this problem? And on the positive side, what did I do? What went well? Why did it go well? And what good communications, contacts, and relationships did I have on the day? This gives you a nice balance at the end of the day and usually helps you sleep a lot better, even if the brain's working on the problem while you're sleeping. By dumping it on the page, it's not all in your head and often spiraling out of control and becoming much bigger than it really is. Now, I mentioned that if you stuck around to the end, I'd offer you a fourth tool that I use quite regularly. So really, thanks for sticking around, and I hope you're liking this. And remember to give it a thumbs up if you are, and comment below on any of the tools that I've used to say, yes, I use it, or if you use something different. Put that in the comments below as well and share it with the community. Now for the fourth tool. The fourth tool, really the cue is all around me, nature. In Japan, they call it Shinrin Yoku, which means forest bathing. And doctors actually prescribe it to people who are suffering with anxiety and overwhelm. Because once you get out into nature, you can basically unwind. It's very therapeutic. You don't really need to do much. You just walk around, look around you, and just let the sounds of the forest, the sounds of nature, basically take away your troubles. It gives you time to reflect, and that's really where the angle of mindfulness comes in, a bit like journaling. But this is a way to do it without having a piece of paper in front of you, sitting at a desk. Well, you could bring your journal with you into nature and write down anything that comes along in your mind as you're wandering about. It does really help you relax and unwind, and I find it's even more beneficial when there's a patch of water nearby, whether it's a river, a lake, a stream, because that water lets those stresses soak away as well. It's absolutely magical, and I 100% do recommend it. So thanks for watching all the way through to the end. Remember to smash that like button if you found something useful in this video, and comment below where you're tuning in from. It's nice to know where everyone in the community is from, even if you didn't find anything useful in this video, which I really hope you do. If there's something I haven't mentioned that you do use yourself, pop that in the comments below. That will be great to know, and pass it on, pay it forward to all the others. Don't forget to subscribe and click that little bell button as well, so you get notified every time I produce a video, because I'll be putting out videos like this every single week to help you live your life, focusing on motivation, mindset, and meditation. So have a great week. Thanks for tuning in, and peace.